Welcome to a Drexel English Language Center presentation on academic reading skills and strategies. My name is Dawn Kane, and this is Module 5 on vocabulary development. By the end of this module, you should be able to use 6 strategies to understand new words and to develop a plan for using them. As a reminder, you may find it easier to hear this presentation if you use headphones. In addition, find the video pause button and use it whenever you need more time. So you find yourself happily reading away, and then you hit that difficult word. Try these steps. First, try to say the word. Next, look for words inside of the word. Are there any parts of it that you know already? Then read around the word to figure out what's going on in the text. What kind of word should it be? A noun? A verb? Can you guess the meaning? Take a moment to read over these steps. You don't need to use all of these with every unknown word, but you will with keywords. When reading, consider how important the word is to your understanding of the text. If you don't understand much without it, then it may be a key word. So, time to look up the word. Compare the translation to an English definition. This is a form of cross-checking that can save you from making a mistake. Finally, store your new word so that you can study it later. You must look at it a few times to remember it over the long term. Create your own strategies for what helps you retain new vocabulary. Your vocabulary will grow a lot if you read intensively or deeply about a single subject, or if you read extensively, which means reading about many different topics. Then, what should you do? Keep lists? Write? Try going to dictionary.com. Click on the speaker icon to hear how a word is pronounced. And finally, don't forget to try the word out in your group discussions. Okay, so let's try it. We're going to practice using the skills that we've discussed right away. Skim through this communications text to identify words that might be important, but that are unknown to you. Here are the words that I thought might be important enough to look up. First, I know that cognitive and dissonance are important because they're in the title. In reading around these words, I found the explanation for a dissonance, but I decided to look up cognitive. According to dictionary.com, cognitive relates to the word cognition, so then I had to look that up. That describes how we know things. In my mind, that's how we use our brain to learn. Then dissonance, as the text tells me, is about incompatible beliefs or actions. When I look at the word incompatible, I see compatible inside of the word. I know this means to get along with someone or something. So when I add the prefix in, I recall that means not. So, cognitive dissonance is about having thoughts or beliefs that do not get along. Later, this is described as aversive and something that people avoid, so it must be unpleasant or a bad thing. Further along, I see this leads to people not wanting to listen to views that oppose their own or do things that go against their beliefs. I have heard of opposing teams in sports, so I know that these opposing views must go against one another. Finally, we see the word reassurance. This is something that people want after a difficult decision. So we can guess that it means something that makes us feel that we've made the correct choice. If I'm uncertain about that still, I could also look that one up. After I've done all these things, I will probably make some notes about these words on my list so that I can remember them and use them in the future. Take a minute to consider what strategies from this workshop will be most useful to you. What strategies are you already using, but could change a little to improve them? Now you should be able to use these 6 strategies to figure out new words. Do you still have questions? If you do, you can schedule a language support tutoring appointment through Drexel's English Language Center at this link. Thank you, and good luck with your studies.